afternoon, everybody. This meeting will be recorded and it will be transmitted in English and Spanish and ASL language. Buenas tardes a todos. Esta junta será grabada y será transmitida en traducción simultánea al español y también en lenguaje de señas americano. Si usted quiere ver esto, haga por favor la selección del idioma de su preferencia en pantalla. Gracias.
Hello, everyone, friends. We are here today together. Welcome to Friends, our board meeting, calling the meeting to order on December 17th, 2020, 5:30 p.m. Welcome to Friends. So, thank you for joining us. This session is being recorded. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to use our chat if you are viewing it through our Zoom link. If you are online through the YouTube live stream, please send us your questions and comments to communications@foaea.org. And your questions and comments will be addressed at the end of the session, and we have scheduled the meeting for 1 hour. So this is going to be our agenda today. We will go through every step, through each and every agenda will have a slide. So we will start with the approval of last meeting minutes. Our Roxy, our secretary, would you please take over?
Sure. So our November meeting minutes were sent out, and I just need a motion to approve them and a second.
Motion to approve.
Okay.
I'll second.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. All in favor?
All in favor.
Okay.
Thank you for that, Roxy. So I would like to introduce you our board members, and at the same time, we will take the attendance. And many of you know us already, but few new parents might be there. So I'm Peggy Prabhalini Parameshwaran. I'm the president of Friends. Miss Shana Cutler, our VP of Events, she is present today. Shana. And Roxy Fulton, our secretary, she is present today. Our new treasurer, Sarah Victor Roberts. Sarah, are you here? She might join us a bit later.
Oh, I'm here. Sorry.
Oh, she's there. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. So Stacy Gingery, our VP of Events Fundraising. Stacy, are you present? She might join us later, but for now, she's not there. Siren Frulish, communications lead. Siren, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Hi. Our Elise Quarles, webmaster and marketing lead. Elise, are you present?
She's not able to make it tonight.
Okay, no problem. I'm sorry. Yeah, she even messaged us, I think. Yeah, I was late on that. So, and Tanya, our German liaison.
I'm here. Thank you.
Thank you. Our Sonia, Tanya Savicki. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention your full name. Tanya Savicki, our German cultural liaison, present. Sonia Gojado, Spanish language liaison. Sonia, are you present? Okay. Our Ali Cohn, elementary school teacher representative. Ali? Okay, the next one, Stephanie Manis, middle school teacher representative. Stephanie? I might miss you guys. Please say something when you're online. I don't see everybody on the screen here. Okay. Kim Slimakas Silva, elementary school room parent coordinator. She's excused for today. Christina Milligan, middle school parent committee lead. Christina, are you present?
She just messaged me that, she just messaged me that she wasn't able to get on as a panelist, so she's on as a participant.
Okay, thank you for that, Roxy. Thank you. So Thank you for being here, board members. And we have the majority of the people here. We will continue with the board meeting. So as next, we have our special guest today. Our special guest is Superintendent Dr. David Shureda. I would like to, or we would like to all thank you for your services, and thank you also for being here today with us. Mr. Shureda is going to explain us about current things, what are happening towards our school. And we would like to thank you for keeping our distance learning program so organized and well, and especially also to provide the needed engagement for the kids, not only academically, also with PE and additional classes like gardening. All our special staff are totally on top of it. Thank you for that, to coordinate everything with our staff and the parents. And thank you for providing all the technology for the students who are in need in our community. And thank you also for the food distribution, what you continually do during all the break that we have, that the community and even our families from our AEA community has a chance to get some lunch if they are in need. Thank you for that. And I personally know how many people are having advantage of that. When there are some leftovers, I always picked up in name of the friends. And we delivered that to the community, and I can assure you, you make many people happy. And they know, I always tell them, this is from Albert Einstein Academy, and they know who's giving them that every day. Thank you so much for that. And also, it's a very great service what you are doing, meals for the essential workers. And you are working in cooperation with Luna Grill for that. And thank you for Luna Grill to providing that lunch packages and meal packages. And thank you, Mr. Shureda and Andy Truckers and Frabaudas to doing that. And you guys also at the beginning of the COVID, you guys were one of the first schools that provided hygiene packets for the community. And I remember that that so many staff were working on that, and many people were happy to have one of those packages. It was really necessary, and that was a good timing, and thank you for doing that. And also personally, we want to thank you for providing us the tech, the translation, and the ASL support for our meetings. This is a huge help for us, and this is not only providing the people, it is also financially, it's for us a great support. Thank you so much. Before I give you the word, Mr. Shureda, I would like to show these pictures, what we found throughout the internet and our websites. Our leaders are hands-on things, and they are not only administrative active, they are also on the field working for us. Look at Mr. Truckers delivering lunches, and our Frabaudas. I always remember her when the time was there in the last years, when the normal time was there, the pickup times, she will stay as a traffic police there, and she will take care of all the parents, the cars, directing to right directions, things like that. Thank you for doing that. I don't know if every principal is doing that, but you are doing that, and we are very thankful, and you are so engaged with the community. Thank you for that. And our Dr. Shureda keeping us updated with his Friday informations all the time, and we know how much work that is. Thank you for that. And I would like you to take over the conversation now, the meeting now, for a few minutes. And once again, thanks for sharing your time with us.
Thank you, Peggy, and thank you to friends as well as the folks who are viewing live, and then those who are going to watch this asynchronously remotely later on. I want to thank you for pulling up a 10-year-old photo of me. So unfortunately, also pulled up a 1-year-old photo of me. So the fuzzy bald-headed one is how I used to look. But thank you sincerely to Friends for, continuing to push forward in the midst of an environment that none of us anticipated and none of us could have really planned how we were going to move through this. It's not to overlook the fact that people are suffering, that we have 300,000 deaths around the country, and that, the unemployment rate has once again spiked and the case rate in San Diego County has spiked. We can't forget those things, but it's also important that we're continuing to focus on things that bring the community together. And Friends has worked on a number of recent events that I know you're going to talk about today, Peggy. So I wanted to thank all the members of Friends for your efforts. I know that whenever we meet like this, we're only seeing one little tip of the iceberg in everybody's life. And then we click off the call in 1 hour and we all go back to our lives, and we have challenges, family challenges and health challenges and logistical challenges and financial challenges, and on and on and on, not to mention the pressures of the holiday season coming up. I appreciate, Peggy, that you mentioned the food and other drives that we've been engaged in since the spring. It seems like years and years now, and it's important that none of us get lulled into thinking that everyone else's life is like ours, right? So if we're fortunate enough to be safe and healthy and have an income that keeps coming in, the tendency is to just think that other people are that way, and they're not always. So we're proud to be able to continue the food distribution over the winter break for 3 weeks. It's going to be staffed by a number of Einstein staff who have already been signed on for that, as well as the calls going out in email in the next 24 hours or so to our extended staff across both our schools for volunteers to help distribute food. So we'll have breakfast and lunch 5 days a week, except for bumping up against Christmas and New Year's. We're going to give extra food on the day before so people can make it through those days more comfortably. I just had a few things in addition. I did really appreciate that Peggy had on there the Luna Grill partnership. Luna has, we were only one of dozens of spots around the county who they were collaborating with, and they gave out tens of thousands of meals across the county. So if you have a choice of healthy quasi fast food in the future and you see a Luna Grill nearby, they really, really do have their hearts in the right place when it comes to helping the community. I wanted to just briefly, because Peggy had asked me earlier on a call if I would speak about some of the recent San Diego Unified School Board votes on Einstein issues. And so most people by now know, and we sent out a number of different notices, and some people were watching the meeting as well. But on December 1st, the San Diego Unified School Board took a historic vote. And I'm not just talking about historic because for Einstein it's historic, but historic in the history of San Diego Unified's relationship to charter schools. Never before has a charter organization received anything more than a 5-year charter. And the middle school received a 6-year charter term that will start on July 1 of 2021. And at that same meeting, as we had, as our own board had recommended and supported that we bring forward to San Diego Unified Board, we also asked if we could combine our multiple schools under one LEA, that's one local education agency, so that instead of handling multiple spinning platters, we have one that encompasses our various schools. San Diego Unified, for reference, is also one LEA. They're not 130 different LEAs, so we wanted to consolidate that. The school board approved that as well, so that'll start officially also on July 1, 2021. And then maybe the most exciting part of that is the approval of the high school at Einstein that'll be under that umbrella charter, and that'll start with its first 9th grade in fall 2024. Now, there's a lot of factors between now and fall 2024, and still a lot of distance and ground to be covered. So obviously some of those things could change in terms of availability of facilities and those things, but we're very confident and thrilled. And I think it's a testament to the work of Mr. Trackus and his team at the middle school, and also the work of teams on both schools over the last 18 plus years, because really I'm just the icebreaker here at the tip of the spear. I'm not, this is work of a complex team that stretches out over many, many years. A lot of the people are no longer with us. It doesn't mean that they didn't contribute to this growth at Einstein and this the next step in the journey. I knew that when we went to the district and then the school board, that our greatest leverage in our favor would be academic achievement over time on both campuses. And so it proved to be right. I'm just the messenger in bringing that to the school board. And so a couple things on that note around the high school. We've created an FAQs, frequently asked questions page that it's either live as we speak or will be by tomorrow afternoon. The reason I say it will be is because Brad is going to message that out to the parents. He may be tweaking last minute tweaks, but we try to ask or answer, I think there's probably 8 to 10 frequently asked questions on there. So you'll want to go check that out. It asks questions like, will every Einstein graduating 8th grader have a spot in the high school in the future? And the answer to that is yes. That was one of our conditions in taking this to the school district, is that we didn't want to create an internal lottery. It's not really fair to someone coming in kindergarten when we say, hey, by the way, you have the opportunity in high school to do your high school years at Einstein, and then they get to 8th grade and the funnel narrows and they can't get in. So definitely matriculating 8th graders will get the first spots there. The high school, when it's all built out, so in the 2027-28 school year, will be the first graduating class from the high school. And so at that point, the high school will be 800 students in total. It actually will represent the largest, we didn't plan it this way, but it will represent the largest charter high school within San Diego Unified. Something can change between now and then. And it wasn't a competition to build the highest building, but what it was we knew that Mr. Trackus matriculates 200 8th graders every year. So if we assumed that all of them could have a spot in the high school, we knew we needed to have at least 200 spots per grade. So that's where that comes from. One of the other FAQs has to do with, is there going to be an IB program? If you've been following kind of the discussions, we're actually going to have the IB diploma program and the IB CP, which is the career related program, which is only 5 or 6 years old. And so it's pretty innovative in San Diego. That was another selling point, to be able to say to the district board, hey, this is, yeah, you guys have a high school that has IB, you have San Diego High IS. We're going to do that, but we're also going to have the CP program, which is a little bit distinct and unique. Another question that pops up, and I'm sure will continue to pop up, is, will you have a German program? And the answer to that is yes as well. It's written into the petition document that the school board approved. There's obviously a lot of program development that needs to happen between now and fall 2024, but none of it can happen without a charter getting approved. The other question is, where will the school be located? And it's our intention to make a give our best effort at acquiring the building that's adjacent to the middle school and converting that into the Einstein High School. It really should be noted that since the beginning, the goal of this was to have a high school, to have an IB high school, but then also to not financially disadvantage Einstein. So normally what happens with charter schools is, if you want to go open a school, you can go open a school, but you have to pay for your facility. And when you're paying normal market rates in a city like San Diego, it's incredibly prohibitive. Sometimes 20% of your budget goes to just keep the lights on. And so we knew that if we could do it in a different way, we'd be able to build the school slowly, not have to cram 800 kids in there to get the revenue on day one. And we would also be able to scale up appropriately within our organization and still maintain a healthy, viable budget for years to come. The way that we intend to pay for the building is to use Prop Z and Measure YY monies, which voters have approved starting in 2014 or 13. I can't even remember at this point, but there's been a couple different ballot initiatives that have been passed by the local voters within the city of San Diego. And so the assessed value on the real estate is what is going into this bond program. And so we already have an application that's winding its way through that process. So the goal would be San Diego Unified would use those monies. They would acquire a building. Right now, I'm going to call it the building next door, but if for some reason that doesn't work, it would be a different building. But they would acquire it, and then they would use the bond monies to renovate that building, and we would occupy that just as our elementary school occupies the 3035 Ash site, which is also a district site. The financial arrangement is much more conducive to us being able to grow slowly when that happens, because the district charges a facilities use fee, which is way below what it would cost to have to lease a building like that. So that's really where we are with that. And in the new year, as we learn more about details around facility, I'll get back to the community and to this group on updating you. The last thing I wanted to say, and I know I've gone on long enough, but the questions will continue to come up about what's happening in the new year, right? Phase 2. So what's the deal? So we're going on a 3-week winter break. So what's going to happen in January? At this point, the goal is that we are going to attempt to come back in the same phase 2 arrangement that we have now, which is a very limited invitation only capacity of about, I want to call it 70 or so students across our 2 campuses in cohorts of 14 or fewer kids with 2 or fewer adults supervising them, and those cohorts cannot interact with each other. If, however, something were to change, like for example, the county or the state authorities were to say, no, you know what, all schools are closed, you can't reopen, then obviously we would have to comply with that. An interesting development that we have now on the AEA homepage is we have a dashboard on there that shows you what percentage of positive COVID tests we've had among students and staff in that subcategory of the people who have been on campus during phase 2. And what happens is it's a 2-week window. So it moves. So if you noticed, if you've been looking at it, we had some positive cases 10 days ago or so. They were reflected on there, but then as that, and those people are in isolation with their families or wherever they are safely. And then as that 2-week window moves, they drop off. And so right now we have, you'll see the percentages even went down. But if the percentage were to hit 5 or more % on either of the campuses, by law, we have to shut down. So again, I'll be monitoring that over the winter break. And obviously, if something were to happen, the community will hear. So that was all I wanted to share today. And thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. That was a lot of information, but very interesting. And parents, if you have specific questions about this, please use the chat. Also, if you are on YouTube, you can send the questions to communications@foa.org. And Ms. Shana is going to review everything and get back to you, maybe today or in next days. So we can let you go now, Dr. Shireda. We need a few more minutes. We have we did organized many events, even though we have some problems with that at this moment, right? But we did everything visual. And I would like to thank our German liaison team, especially Tanya Savicki, for putting this winter mark together. And Tanya, would you please take this over and explain us how we did it? Tanya?
Thank you, everybody that participated in our Winter Marked online. We had a really great turnout. We had lots of online sales. We were so happy, not necessarily even just to raise some money for the school, but also to make sure that we kept this tradition, cultural tradition of ours, in our events calendar for the school. So thank you to everybody that that participated. It was fun, even for those of us that worked hard on bringing this to you. And we were lucky that we had some great volunteers. Jen Coleman helped in her busy schedule to come in and create some of these Nicolaus packages. And we had Rachel Query, who also donated all of the craft items to make our little craft bags. We were happy to support San Diego Pretzel Company, who also at this time, not having all of these events that they usually have, were able to at least get some orders from us. So that was great. And then of course, those brats and the wieners went well too. So everybody seemed to really enjoy those. So we'll have to do this again sometime. Most importantly, what we did is we had a raffle basket available. So if we want to go to the next slide first, you can see all of the goodies that were in that basket. Lots of cookies and some Glühwein stuff, and even those little flat things that look like flags. Those are masks. So we $125 worth of goodies are in there. And as promised, we wanted to raffle that off today. So all of the names that were, or all of the people that purchased tickets online, as well as those who purchased tickets during our booth pickup, all of those names were put into a wheel. And Peggy, if you want to just go into click on spin the wheel, if you could, please.
I would. Before that, I want to say, this is a great job what you have done with this wheel, and I saw that a few minutes ago. Fantastic. I don't know who was participating in this. Thank you for everyone. Tanya, maybe you can say something. Were you alone on this, or did you have help with Ali?
No, that it's mine. It's okay. I don't need, that's all right. Just click on the link and then we'll.
No, you don't need it, but I loved it. I love the idea. I saw it's too late, but it is a great idea. So let's start it.
Let's see. So what we'll do, we'll click on the link.
Oh, cool.
And we'll press one more time. All of those names are in there, and we will see who is the winner of that fabulous Winter Marked basket. As it slows down, who is it? Peter Wojnowski. I hope that I said that right. Well, Peter, we will contact you so that you can come and get your wonderful gift prize of this raffle. Thank you again to everybody that participated and really helped us to do a little bit of fundraising in these hard times, but most of all helped to keep this wonderful tradition alive for us. So thank you guys so much. Peter, congratulations again. We will be in touch.
Yeah, thank you for that, Tanya. So this is
the Abenteuer-Serie, or the Adventure Series. We are still having a lot of fun with this. Every month we've been doing a series, part of the series, and this month, just yesterday, we had a winter celebrations and sing along. So lots and lots of thanks go out to Frau Claudia again, to Miss Shana, who was a part of that also, to Mrs. Findley, who took some time out of her schedule, and Frau Goldman as well. So even the teachers were able to come on and help bring this to the students. We hope that they had a great time. We hope that parents either enjoyed it or were able to make dinner at the same time their children were involved in this. But yeah, we're going to do more events. We will have some in February. We have some great ones planned, whether we will talk about Carnival, possibly. We'll talk a little bit about those cultural events as well, and maybe also bring kind of some self-help a task or some self-help items to this as well. So we're very excited that we've had some positive reaction to this, and we can't wait to bring that out to you guys again come February.
Thank you, Tanya. Sorry. So this is Miss Shana. Miss Shana did wonderful events in cooperation with Miss Claudia, Frau Claudia.
Yes.
And thank you for that. Everything was such a great success. Shana was coordinating everything. Shana, would you please take it over?
Yeah, so the Winter Mark event as well as St. Nicolaus event kind of ended up merging together to go hand in hand, which was really great. Like, I know in my family, we picked up our goods from Winter Mark on Friday night, and then that's what we ate on Saturday night. So it was kind of a really nice cultural event for my family. We were so grateful to see so many families on their devices. I log it as 180 devices because that's what I see when we're in the Zoom. But while we're in there are multiple faces on each camera. So there was a lot of people that came to learn and to celebrate. And it was just really endearing to see excited kids' faces. And we got to see them in a way that we don't usually see them at school. They're in their jammies and they're bouncing around and having a good time. Frau Claudia is amazing with her songs and her stories, and we couldn't have asked for a better night. So thank you for those of you who did attend, and we are planning more events throughout the rest of the school year and as we're sticking in this virtual world that we're in. So
okay.
I just want to mention again too, of course, that there are opportunities for events in the fall, whether it's online, opportunities for events next year as well. So if you have any suggestions for events that you see, whether it be cultural events or such, then just reach out to us at Friends. We're so happy to hear from the community, especially in these times. It's really hard for us always to gauge since we're all just at home or on devices. So any communication that you can give us is so much appreciated, and we look forward to hearing from you. And I know Soren will go over a lot of those opportunities for communication later, but anytime, please let us know.
Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Ms. Shana.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a wonderful fundraiser, but we actually have every year, and we didn't expect this year such a great success. And we have the readathon fall fundraiser finished up here, and still people are somehow donating for us, even though that is already shut down, but somehow people are still, parents love to do that. I have the feeling maybe we should keep that running throughout the whole year. I don't know, but I would like Mr. Shareda to take over this one and congratulate our students. We have 4 lovely, happy kids, actually 5 lovely, happy kids, and we raised Dr. Shareda, are you still with us?
Nope, it looks like he's gone.
Oh, okay. Okay, fine. That's fine. Maybe he just lost the, okay, this is, then let me do that. First of all, I would like to thank our lead of this fundraiser event, Jennifer Frabwell, who took over within just before 5 or 6 days before the event started, because we had other plans, but it didn't work out, but we don't want to stop. And we found Jennifer. Thank you so much, Jennifer and Britta, she supported. Really, it is not easy to raise during this pandemic time around $5,500. And the good thing was people were parents were happy to keep the kids engaged and at the same time to donate. And we have 4 top earners here. And I mean, 2 top earners, that is from elementary school, Luca. Congratulations, Luca. Look at his picture. He's so happy. He even showed that to a few teachers I heard already. And all the kids have their Kindle at home now. So it's a nice Christmas gift. And then we have middle school McKenna. She's one of the top earners. Congratulations, McKenna. And then we have top requesters. And from elementary school, we have Karthik and Krish. They are my sons, but they are very happy to have that, but they're going to donate the Kindle to the library, to the elementary school library. So we don't run here on fundraisers and then keep the gifts for us. It's not fair, right? So this is going back to school. And then we have Julian from middle school. Congratulations, Julian. Great job for all 4 of you. And parents, thank you. Without your support, we would have not able to do this. And once again, thank you for Jennifer and Britta Hirschman. Thank you so much. And let's move to the next one. So I would like to just thank, before our treasurer goes on with us, thank you, Dr. Shareda, for being here. I don't know, we missed you somehow. Maybe it was a tech, because he knew that he has to announce the name of the winners of Readathon. Maybe it's just a technical problem. Thank you for being here, and thank you for everything what you do for the school. Our treasurer report. Sarah Victor Roberts, our new treasurer. Sarah, would you please take over?
Sure. So over November and December, we were really busy in helping to make sure that all of the classroom donations were equally distributed across the class levels. I know this year we did it a little differently. Instead of donating to your specific teacher team, we donated across the class level. And both Roxy Fulton, the secretary, and Kim Silva, the room parent coordinator, did a lot of work to make sure that everything was equally leveled out. And we've kind of made sure everyone now had access to those funds in order to buy any holiday gifts. And speaking of which, for those who celebrate, happy last night of Hanukkah. All right, let's see. The other thing that we had an expense for that was notable in November was that we upgraded our Zoom account, and that's to allow for more participants in some of those great adventure series and Nikolaus events. So we were able to now host several hundred devices at once, and no one's getting kicked out or capped out. So that was a very worthwhile expense. And I know next month we should have some really detailed numbers of what our fundraising efforts were once we're able to get our full picture and make sure we have all of the number correctly accounted. So we should be able to report on that next month.
Thank you. So I would like Roxy to talk about a few details before about the room parents funds update, because it was a long procedure, and first it was new for us. Usually the parents would get the money and they will submit the receipts, and we could coordinate that in the easiest way. But this year it was new, so we tried to find some easy trackable ways, but and it was I'm sure Roxy can explain you why we had to change our plans. Roxy, would you please take over?
Sure. So like Sarah communicated, we have all the room funds distributed among each grade level, and we did even distribute them evenly. And I'm a room parent. We've received the funds. We played with a few things, and one of the things we wanted to do was provide Visa gift cards for all the room parents to make it easy, considering that we are in a pandemic, and that a lot of our gifts to the teachers and staff would probably be online purchases. But each of those cards comes with a fee. So we decided to send the money to the room parents via PayPal and let them decide how they wanted to use those funds. And one thing to note is that all of the room parents, we are all responsible for turning in receipts and updating a spreadsheet as we go along. So we're keeping track of what our room parents are spending, and just to kind of keep the financial record of what we're doing this year. That's important. And going forward, we'll just make sure that all our teachers, our staff, and our specials are recognized for their hard work with some sweet gifts along the way. And I think that's it for the update.
Thank you, guys. If you have any questions regarding this, Q&A is there. Please use your chats. So we are still in our bylaws procedure, updating our bylaws procedure. And I would like to ask Christina to take this slide over, please, and explain us.
Hold on. What?
Hello?
Me? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, great. Wonderful. Thanks so much, Peggy. Just a quick update. We've been working for quite a while on updating these bylaws, and it's going really well. At this point, we probably have one more meeting to finalize the draft, and then we'll be submitting it to a lawyer for legal review. Once that's done and everything has been finalized and declared legal, then we will roll it out to the board for final approval.
Okay. Thank you. So these are it's not much on this on the calendar for this week, this month or next month. So it's only the winter break starts soon. Many parents are maybe not that happy this year. I don't know. The kids are anyways at home, like, right? It's like always vacation and winter break and summer break and week break. So, but it is good to have a big break. So we will be out of school from 19th of December until January 11th. And then our next board meeting is going to be on January 21st, 5:30, same location, Zoom. So the next one is, I would like to ask Zoran to do the next 3 slides, please.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here tonight. And thank you, Peggy, for rocking the meeting and doing all the work of the presidency. Aside from participating in our fundraisers that we try to make as fun as possible, and thank you for responding, you have other ways of supporting friends. You can always donate directly. We hope and encourage $1 a day gift in our campaigns, but of course we understand that funds are tricky right now, so no worries. There are other things you can do because we've set up programs that give back to us while not really incurring any extra expense for you. So you have Farm Fresh to You, for example, a CSA, so one of those subscription farms where they deliver a box of goodies to you, and you can choose, you can select. And I know we have a bunch of subscribers who can walk you through it if you're unsure of what you want, or if you know, just ask other parents, ask around. I'm sure you'll find somebody who's super happy with it. I know several people who just love it, and they have been a trusted partner of ours for a long time, and 10% of what you give to them, they give back to us. So it's a really generous offer from them, and we're really happy to promote them for that. Trees for a Change is another great thing. If you want to help out Mother Nature right now, who's almost as stressed or even more stressed than we are right now, you can help by supporting this program that plants trees, and your donation comes back to us in 40%, so not the whole donation comes back, but 40% comes back to us, and you help nature at the same time. You can send lovely gift cards, you can plant in somebody else's name, and they have a beautiful little booklet with the location. You can even hike to your tree and things like that. Amazon Smile is being surprisingly productive for us. We're doing fairly well, considering that Amazon doesn't like to give money back if they don't have to, but they have to. And because right now that's what a bunch of us have to use, you might as well lock in. So if you Google Amazon Smile, if you're not sure if you have it locked in, Google Amazon Smile, use that link to log in, and then you can lock in AEA as your charity of choice, and automatically it'll keep racking up those little 0.1 something percent. I'm not entirely sure, but it sums up. It adds up quickly. And the same goes for the benefit app. If you just Google the benefit app, you download on your phone, what happens is you buy a gift card to anything, Starbucks, Kohl's. Right now for holiday shopping, it's a great opportunity. You can either transfer that gift card to somebody else and give that as a gift, or you can just use that gift card at checkout. So all you did was just transfer money from your account to this hypothetical benefit account. You use that at checkout, and benefit then gives a percentage of the sales, which varies sometimes in fire sales up to 10% back to friends. So these are all ways that you can give back to us that don't involve direct cash. And something else, of course, you can do is always tell everybody else about these ways.
So.
And of course, if you are, we all have something to give. We have advice to give, we have time to give, we have money to give. You have something to give of yourself. And if you have something to spare, we'd love to have you. We'd love to have you as part of the team function. If you want to be like any of us and do this in a 2-year commitment, I want to be deeper in on the board and take over a whole sector, that's fine. If you want to be like a rock star like Jennifer and Britta and just take one event and say this is what I'm really interested in, I'm really passionate about Lantern Fest or about this or about that, come and talk to us and we'll be more than happy to let you take a little bit of the weight so we can all carry it more easily and lightly. So if you want to click on this little blue form word right there, right now you can fill that out. That should take you hopefully to our contact form. And if not, you can always go to our website, foaea.org, and sign up there.
Okay.
And of course, you can either go directly there or you can use our social media. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, at least in part. We are, I don't know where we are anymore. We're on email, of course, the fancy new one, right? And if you have a new one where you say, I think this would be a good fit for the school, let us know and we'll go there too. And we want to be there for you. We want to be in touch with you, and we want to be able to provide information for you and be there for you as an point of contact, right? There are many questions that parents can help each other with that don't need to go through the administration, and they're busy enough doing all these wonderful things for us. So, we're there for you, and let us know what you think. And if you don't like something we're doing, let us know that too, and we'll stop. Thank you.
Thank you, Søren. Thank you so much. So now we are going to the chat room, or we are checking the questions and comments from our members in our chat room. Like I said, if you are viewing from our YouTube stream, please send us the emails and that will be addressed later. Miss Shana, do you have any questions, any comments?
Yeah, we had a question from a parent in the community. They're new and they were just asking about the reopening phases for schools. So since I am not an expertise on this subject, I went ahead and just shared the link of the webpage for our teaching plan and reopening plan that is from the AEA CS website. So I just went ahead and shared that link to the panelists as well as the attendees. So if you are out there with a similar question or concern, then there. And then we just had one more pop up. Yes, we did announce the winner of the Winter Marked gift basket, and it was Peter, what was it?
I can tell you, hang on
Okay.
1 second.
Go ahead.
Let me get that up again. It was Peter sorry, with the last name Sawicki, I should know this.
Oh.
It's not always easy, but Peter Wojnowski.
How do we spell that?
So we just pulled that, Peter Wojnowski. So we'll get in touch with Peter and let him know.
And I hope that the person who asked this question is Peter Wojnowski.
It was not, but thank you. That was a great question.
Thank you, guys. Thank you really for participating in this, in all this winter mark and everything. Okay, Miss Shayna, do you have anything else?
Nope. Those were the 2 questions that I got through. So thank you, everybody, for.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So then we are coming to the end, and as usual, I like to remind all the helpers. We are actually only 11, 15, 14 people on the board, but without your help outside there, all the volunteers, we are not able to keep this program running or this winter mark. And you don't have to be always a board member to be active. So these people, most of them are not board members, but they have done so many things in the last few months for us. We would like to thank Lisa Metzger, who is actually a long-term friends volunteer. She's always working from the back. You can see her. She's always there for us. Thank you, Lisa. She was even helping this time Jennifer Frapwell with the readathon, with the advising, and she's going to also help us in the future. We already booked her for the runathon for 2021. So Lisa, we are not letting you go. And then we would like to thank Angelina Santini, one of our last presidents. She's always there when we have any questions. And I personally contact her 2 times for several documents to find. And thank you. You're always there for us. Like I said, Jennifer Frapwell, Britta Hirschman, Rachel Query, who did the wonderful small kids, the craft kits. She made it on her own. Thank you for that. And she donated that for us. So we can make some money with that. Thank you so much for that, Rachel. And then there are so many other people. I'm sure we missed so many names, but we would like to thank the sign language, the ASL translators, the Spanish translators, Mariana, Brad, our tech. Without you, this is not happening, you know that, and we are nagging you, and I know that. Thank you for being patient and helping us all the time. And once again, the AEA administration for providing us with all the services and to be there for us, for the students, for the parents, and for the community. And I would like to thank the room parents, everyone, each and everyone, especially in this crazy times. You are keeping touch with the parents, and anything what you need, let us please know. We will be there, we will support you. And the grants committee from this year, and the bylaws committee, most of the bylaws committee members are board members, and it is a lot of time investment. And I would like to thank Christina Milligan, who is leading that, and Shayna Cutler, and Tanya Savicki, our Roxy Fulton, and I'm also on the bylaws committee. So thank you for that, my team, and it's wonderful to have you all. And yes, we have Christmas soon, and it's December, year is over, and enjoy the holidays in a different way. Be safe, be happy. Frohe Weihnachten an alle Eltern, alle Familien. Dieses Jahr wird es ein bisschen anders sein, aber trotzdem werden wir die gleiche Formate feiern können via Zoom oder via FaceTime or whatever. Be happy, guys. Stay connected, keep the distance, and we will see you on January 21st. New Year 2021 at 5:30 p.m. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for joining us. Bye. Have a good evening.